Hey, good morning, it's Ron. I am down here this morning at the Fiery Gizzard, I think that's what they call it, at Foster Falls, which you can see right behind me here. And I came down this morning with my friend Phil Thatch. He invited me to come along with him this morning. It's about 30 degrees this morning, a little bit chilly. Got my gloves on. My fingers are cold. I've been down here for just a few minutes, already taken some shots down here. Now I've been exploring the area a little bit. I like to set up right away and get a composition, which is right down here with these rocks in the foreground. Phil is right over there. I'm waiting for him to finish because there is what I would consider a iconic shot. Okay, this is going to be from my thumbnail right here. An iconic shot that I would like to get over there. I want to wait for him to finish. But this is a pretty unique place. Let me show you around just a little bit. This is probably, we're down here in the South Tennessee area, just south of Mount Eagle. You can see those high rock bluffs there. And we came from all the way up there down to here. We estimate over probably a 200-foot elevation gain, since this waterfall is supposed to be 60 foot tall. So it's a little bit of a hike. We tried to get down here before sunrise because, as you can see in the sky, there's not a cloud in the sky. And sunshine is not a waterfall photographer's best friend. So I see Phil's moving away from his location over here. So I'm going to pick up my camera and I'm going to go over there and steal his spot. Okay. Now I'm not trying to steal Phil's location, but I have seen this shot in his video before, and it's pretty iconic when you can frame this up between these two trees. I have the 16 to 50. I'm using the Nikon Z50 Mark II, but I have the 16 to 50 f2.8 lens. First time out with this lens. It's a new lens for me. So 16 millimeters today is as wide as I can get on this crop sensor camera, which gives me about 24 millimeters equivalent. So I'm not sure I can handle this from this location. I may have to back up a little bit. Well, let's find out. Let's see what we got right here in the composition. I'm gonna flip my screen down, turn the camera on. I can maybe make this happen. Let's see. Move my tripod around just a little bit. Yeah, I think I can make this happen with 16 millimeters. That was shot 76:43. I'm gonna show you that in the video right now. Now I come down here with minimal gear. That's, it's been my goal for my landscape photography, is to try to get into a lighter gear situation. So, bringing the Nikon Z50ii crop sensor camera was one of my goals today. And also too, this tripod that I'm using, this is a Ulanzi Coleman Zero, I think it's a GOii travel tripod. So it's not very, it's not as heavy as my Leofoto Ranger LS324C, I think. It's in the truck. I could have brought it, but I'm trying to bring minimal pack. And I'm going to show you a picture in the video right now of my backpack setup so you can see exactly what I brought. So I brought 3 lenses, but I'm not going to probably use all 3. I just remembered. I've got the Tokina 11 to 16 f2.8. I could use that. And I've got the kit lens. I still have it with me, but I don't think I'm going to use that on this trip. And then I've got this new 16 to 50 f2.8, all for crop sensor body. And if you watch my previous video on when I did about the backpack conspiracies, I'll put a link in the description and you can go watch it later. But I was talking about having 2 distinct kits to do. I can just grab the bags and go do photography, and that's my goal here. So I'm trying to find me a different composition here. Let me see. A lot of tree roots. I'm kind of fighting those a little bit. All right, I've been all over this hillside behind me here trying to find a composition that's different, unique, and I've landed on something right here. I'm not sure what I can do with it. Let me show it to you real quick. I'm kind of shooting between these tree branches right here, and trying to get my camera angle low enough, still using this 16 to 50 2.8 lens on the Z50 Mark II, and trying to get this bottom of this tree trunk right here in the foreground interest, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I've done 3 different shots at different apertures and shutter speeds, and I'll look at those in the computer right now and we'll talk about them. Now, I know them shots are not great, you know, they're kind of messy, what I call messy, when you got tree branches and stuff in your picture. But what I try to do is I try to look for unique compositions that I have not seen anybody else do. I'm sure somebody shot a picture here at one time or another in the last 100 years, but I had never seen one from here. So that's what I kind of look for. And I'm using these trees as a framing element to frame that waterfall. You know, I think my picture, you know, would look really good down low here. So I may try to move the camera a little lower and see. It'd be nice if that one branch right there was not in the frame. I could deal with the other branches, but that one right there is really distracting. I was over there on the other side. You can probably see from my face what I'm about to show you. I was over there, but I seen the sun was starting to come up and bathe the side wall with sunlight. So I came back across the bridge, okay, over to this side right here and made my way down to a different composition. Somebody's calling me. All right, back what I was talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by a phone call. Anyways, that's what I'm looking at. I come back here to get my backpack because I left my lenses in there. I'm using the Tokina 11 to 16 right now, and I will show you those images in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and get that 16 to 50 f2.8 and try that on this waterfall. Okay, I was over on the other side and I looked across the creek, okay, with the outflow of the waterfall, and I seen an interesting object over here. Let me show it to you real quick. That stump right there, isn't that cool looking? So I did some handheld shots, and then I set up my tripod, my travel tripod, and I set the camera on f2.8, the lens on f2.8, 1/20th of a second, ISO 100, and I did like a almost like a focus stack. I focused on this leaf right here, and then the second shot I focused back there on that stump. And let me show you what kind of outcome I came out with.
I want to show you what failure is like. My shutter speed was too slow for this image. There was a little bit of a breeze going on, so the leaves were moving. So at 1/20th of a second, I was able to pretty much freeze the frames of each shot I did. But when I went to combine them in Photoshop for a focus stacking, the leaves had moved. So there was a fair amount of ghosting, which can be seen now in this final image. So I consider this a failure. You really need to have a faster shutter speed when you're trying to freeze action like this to focus stack. But it was a pretty good test of the f2.8 capabilities of this lens. I've seen minimal focus breathing using this.
Now let me talk to you about tripods, okay? This travel tripod is gimmicky or finicky or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely lightweight, easy to carry in a lightweight rig, but I've been having to really, it's been causing me to really be slow, which is good. Slow's good, but it's also kind of gimmicky when you're trying to set it up. Okay, you have to be very careful when you're using a travel tripod. This is a pro tip. Okay, I'm giving you a pro tip right now. You have to be very careful when you're using a travel tripod out on one of these locations that you don't put your camera off into the ground. Okay, you know, with a bigger tripod like the Leo Photo, I don't have to worry about that too much. It's pretty solid on the ground. This one here is not so much. Okay, that's gonna do it from Foster Falls. I showed you the images in the video. There's Phil. Say hey, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Anyway, it's been a pretty good morning. The sun's come up a little bit, and we've got some pretty good light now. As you can see on my face, it's kind of orangish red. But anyways, we're gonna hike back out of here, 200 feet up. We have hiked back out of this valley of death, and we see no evil.
Oh, sorry.
There's the there's the waterfall. Now this morning, the weatherman said it was going to be partly cloudy to full cloudy by this afternoon. Well, they lied again, but I will tell you this, folks. Looking at this is very beautiful here. This is a pretty beautiful scene. And anyways, got some good photographs. Had a good time with Phil.